Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mahjong Talk. I'm your host, Peter Bong. If you're new to the channel, consider a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of my latest videos. Okay, so let's get started. So today, yesterday I went through a whole lot of editing. If you guys haven't checked out my latest video, I'm starting a new I guess you could say series called Mahjong with Friends. So I'd be playing with my best friends, and I suggest you check it out. So let's see. I'm trying to figure out where to point because when it comes to the video cards, I don't know whether to point this way or this way. So whichever corner the video card appears in, click that, because that would be the Mahjong with Friends link, so you can check it out. It's a bit of a long video because we get into a deep conversation. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I really did a lot of stops to basically make sure that the video brings out the best that my friends have to offer to me. And, I'm pretty proud of that video. So please check it out if you haven't. So today's topic is basically getting lost. Getting lost. This might be another random topics video, but at the same time, after I was editing so much, I basically forgot what I was going to talk about today. And since it's October, there's this big theme of basically make everything scary before Halloween and all that stuff. But for me, it's like, what is the scariest thing that we humans have to deal with? And I think the scariest thing, besides uncertainty about ourselves, is also the uncertainty about what is before us. And the thing of it is that it really is hard to actually know what to expect, I suppose, or where you're going. Because for me, I have many different pursuits, this YouTube channel, I try not to make assumptions about it because I've met so many great friends through YouTube. Even though I'm not getting paid by YouTube or AdSense or whatever the system is for it, which shows that probably I shouldn't get paid because I still don't know that much about it yet. So, you always got to keep learning. And the thing of it is that that's how you stop being lost on a trail, is that you basically have to learn more and more. So yesterday I had to learn more about editing, and I basically had to learn how to make things more exciting and more available to you guys. Now, I'm not sure how much I'm going to edit this video, but hopefully I can edit it to the point where, that it's presentable. I think for my friends, when I do Mahjong with my friends, I tend to want to edit it, make more edits, because it brings out more of the comedy that I see in them. I'll go with that. Discard that. Okay, so I'll be waiting on that 6 of characters. Hopefully I get it. So the thing of it is that I really want to bring out the best in people, and also I also want to bring the best of myself. But at the same time, I cannot bring the best of myself unless I mess up somewhere, such as with socialization, I have to mess up. Dealing with awkward pauses, dealing with those awkward moments, dealing with, oh, I'm talking to this person. Oh, man. Dang it. Dang it. Also, with Mahjong, I have to deal with that. Dealing with discarding those type of tiles. I think there's one. So where was I? Oh, yeah. So basically, in improving myself, I have to also know how to, knowing how to build others up, but also at the same time, knowing how to deal with rejection from others. And rejection is always hard. You could say a joke and it could totally flops. And then basically you feel completely humiliated and you feel as if, oh, I shouldn't have been saying anything at all. At the same time, that's part of life. You basically have to deal with those moments. I've been trying to avoid those moments for probably a majority of my life. But, ever since meeting, different people from different backgrounds, I'm beginning to let myself go a little bit more. And letting yourself go is probably the hardest thing, I think, especially for introverts, because we don't want to stand out, because we just want to be by ourselves, and like we just want to chill. We just want to chill in the, like, I wouldn't say chill in the corner, but more like we just want to remain with our thoughts, and we just want to be able to grow naturally. We don't want to be thrust into this world of chaos and uncertainty. If that makes any sense. No. And, you know, it's pretty difficult to, I guess, navigate. I think I could go for a half flush with this hand. But I can also go for an old pong hand. There's so many different possibilities. I probably have to get rid of this east, though, if I'm not going to get another one. Yeah, I think I have to get rid of it. Okay, nobody has it, so there's only 2 left. Anyway, yeah, like, I can't really tell you how to feel when you're lost. Oh man, reach, ready? I'm just hoping I don't deal this person's tile. I hope not. Yeah, now I'm lost. Now I'm lost. Oh, please. Okay. So, you know, dealing with, like, being lost, like, sometimes you can treat it as like, oh my gosh, I'm lost. I don't know what to do. I don't know what, how to fix this mistake. I don't know. Oh man, I could have kept that. Oh well. That's how the game works. Heart of the tiles. Heart of the tiles. Okay, at least it wasn't me. At least it wasn't me. You guys could probably keep a counter on how many times I say that every video. It's like, at least it wasn't me. Ooh, I got my seat. Nice, and I'm getting at first. Of course, the point is to get the most points, and right now I think I am in second place, I think. Oh no, third place. Can't read numbers today. Yeah, like, so speaking of numbers, well, math is technically not the study of numbers, it's the study of patterns. And if you didn't know that, I don't blame you, because the way schools teach us, they basically teach us as if, oh, it's meant to be like, you know, this thing that we use to calculate sums and predict the future because we're using numbers and all that stuff. Math is not like that. And I'll tell you my journey about math, actually, because I think a lot of people can understand what it's like to be lost in math. If any subject that anyone can agree on that they got lost in, it's math. And I think that's a good example. So basically, math, yeah, everybody gets lost in it because it's so abstract, because there's so many rules in it. But the problem is that it's not the rules. It's the way teachers teach you the rules. And the thing of it is that they teach you these rules as if, oh, you have to memorize this, you have to memorize that, you have to memorize this, you have to know how to calculate this, you have to know how to see that. In all honesty, math is not like that. In fact, there's this book I'm reading called Burn Math Class. It's not about burning the math class down. So for you arsonists out there, it's not like that. Or pyrophilics. I don't know what the term is for, like, people that really get turned on by burning things. Do not burn things. I'm not condoning that. But yeah, so basically, the book is basically about how to invent math, like how to invent these ideas by yourself and how to come up with those ideas, such as, you know, why does 1 to the 0 power equal 1? That does not make any sense, or something like that. And it basically opens you up to these different possibilities of inventing math and seeing how math is created through the minds of human beings. Because even though I believe math is the thing that actually creates the universe, I also know that people hate it that math is given this big plethora of mysterious type of aura around it, like as if it was just there and we're just meant to understand it, even though it's something that we don't fully comprehend. Now, many people can agree is like, yeah, I don't comprehend math at all, so I don't bother to learn it. And it's okay. It's okay if you don't want to learn math. But at the same time, like for me, I learn math because I'm just curious about how can we look at the universe in a very logical way, which is why I also am into physics, because physics, you have to learn math in order to understand physics. And the thing of it is that some people, like most of my friends, they're like, physics and math, ew, like, you know, and it breaks my heart sometimes, because I used to be one of those people. I used to be one of those people that's like, yeah, math makes everything so robotic. Physics, I mean, like science itself, just basically everything's so robotic. I like magic. I got into magic when I was like into, I mean, practically like magic is like, you know, like Harry Potter and everything like that. That mystical sense that, like, you know, you have this power that's like nobody can understand, but yet you're able to do things like, you know, levitate objects, or you know, wash the dishes by themselves and all that stuff. And for the longest time, since I would have to say my last year of college, I don't know, I would have to say, like, when I was in high school, I got into this anime series called Detective Conan. I believe in English it's called Case Closed. And what I loved about that series is basically it showed you how science was something that you can implement to figure out certain answers to puzzles. And if you don't know what Detective Conan is, it's basically about a young detective named Shinichi who basically is shrunken to the size of a little kid, because he's a teenage detective and he gets shrunken to the size of a kid. And the whole entire series is about him solving cases, mainly murder cases, to get closer to the organization that shrunk him. So why do I bring this up? I bring this up because, you know, we all get lost with so much information and data that comes at us. And the thing of it is that maybe it's those times we actually have to develop curiosity and basically say, okay, people make a big deal about science and math. Why do we need to learn it? And maybe it's a good time to actually just maybe go on the internet and basically look up stuff like, basically, okay, why is math important? Or why is math fun? Like, why is science fun? You know, look up those things. And if you don't think they're fun to you, try to understand why they're fun to others. And I think that's why, like, some people love to brag about what they hate, especially people that just don't understand certain things. Like for me, I don't understand sports. Do I brag about not liking sports? Not really. But at the same time, I just don't see myself like turning on the television to watch baseball or football or soccer or tennis. It's just, for me, I just rather be like in my own world of escapism. I'd rather just watch, you know, just anime or dramas or something to take me out of, like, you know, the current state. But at the same time, some people watch sports because of that reason. They want to watch like athletes like compete and everything like that, because people love people succeeding, especially their favorite player or their favorite team. And, you know, getting back to the subject of loss, you know, I would have to say that there's probably an area of loss that you really want to find your way through. Like for me, like yesterday, I had to deal with editing, and I have to figure out exactly how do I edit this stuff, and how do I do it in a way that is artistic to my taste. Now, some people might not like the edits I make, and oh dang. Okay, it's just one. 1,000's no problem. 1,000's no problem. I am not burnt by that. But still, I got to... ooh, this hand is a bit of a mess. I don't like it. Hopefully the tiles will tell me. This is how I get lost in Mahjong. Is like, basically, you're given a hand that you're not sure about, and you got to figure out how to do this right. Of course, people that are better than me at Mahjong will probably say, no, you should have done this and you should have done that. If you are, leave it in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to read it. And also, there's probably things in life that you guys want to do by yourselves, like such as, oh, I want to travel the world, I want to do this, I want to gain financial independence. Trust me, I'm there with you. If it's financial independence, passive income, I could talk for hours, even though I haven't gotten close to any of those pursuits yet. And I remember when I was working at my job and I was like, how can I make money work for me? Because I always had that phrase in my head because I always liked that idea. Oh no. Did they win? Why is it stuck? Oh, okay. Well, actually, it didn't matter which one. It was either the 2 or the 7. It didn't matter. I was panicking for no reason. Yeah, I'll discard this too. Oh, there's another 7. Okay, so we'll discard that. I'm kind of worried now because, like, every time when I play and talk to you guys, I always end up getting, like, last place or so. So I'm just trying to actually make sure that I give you guys at least a decent placement. A decent placement. Hopefully I can get to 2nd place at least, or maintain this 3rd place spot. Okay. Actually, this person needs to lose some points because they're ahead. That's not bad. 2,000 points. I mean, it won't damage them a lot, but no. Okay, the last round. And like, I know you guys have different things you want to do. Like, you want to, like, you guys probably want to see certain things. Like, I want to go to Africa and see the Sahara and all that stuff. I want to make this this project that I've been thinking about making. And it's kind of funny because one of my best friends, like practically all of my friends in real life are my best friends because I want to see them grow. I want to see them grow, and they've helped comfort me whenever I was down or whenever I was lost, like dealing with like emotions or dealing with certain issues that I had to face, like rejection and all that stuff. Trying to find the best of myself. That's basically how I'm lost most of the time. It's like, how can I reconnect with the positive side of myself? Like, loving yourself unconditionally. And knowing that it's okay to have these moments of uncertainty. Because the reason why we talk to people, I believe, is that not only are we emotionally lost, but we also are stuck between 2 emotions. We don't know how to interpret it. And I think that uncertainty, that loss, is usually what humans struggle with the most, is that they don't know how to convey their emotions. They don't know how to do it in a healthy way. And sometimes sometimes they can't find another way to express it because they don't know exactly what people's thresholds are. And that's the most uncertain thing, is how is a person going to react to my negative emotions and my expression of those negative emotions. And the truth of the matter is that you're better off just talking it out, and sometimes you just navigate it later. I think that's how people go to therapy, is like they basically express how they feel, and they don't pinpoint it until they have that the therapist be their guide to lead them to that thing that makes sense in their head. They're basically like, oh, that's why I'm expressing it this way, and all that stuff. Those revelations really have to come through just letting stuff out. And when you let stuff out, you begin to realize, oh, I'm making these connections with myself that I never realized before. And many people don't really make those connections with themselves. When I'm at work, I try to do that all the time because obviously I work with a machine. So I can just basically watch the machine operate and my mind can just wander and see, okay, like, why do I cringe at this moment in my memories? Why do I feel this sense of guilt in this moment, an event in my memories? And then I have to backtrack and basically say to myself, hey, that's past is the past, and it doesn't exist anymore. The future doesn't exist yet. So, present moment is sometimes very important. And the way you feel in that present moment, you begin to realize that the feelings that you have towards the past or the future, they don't really coincide, because you begin to think, this doesn't make sense for me to actually have this feeling about the past or the future. Because it hasn't happened yet, or it already had happened and nobody remembers it. No one's bringing it up to you. And you have to ask yourself, why bother? I'm enjoying this present moment with you guys because I'm basically talking to you guys, expressing what I've learned, and I hope in the comments down below you tell me what you guys have learned. And a 1 just become the Dora. Great. Now I have to throw this out. Oh boy. I guess it's trying to tell me to go for an old Pong head this time. I should have kept those 1s then. Lost in certainty. Lost in certainty. Ooh. Well, this person is leaving in first place. But on the bright side, I maintain my 3rd place spot. I actually like this character. He looks really sleek. If you don't mind me saying so. Although I remember in high school, I would think I would try to pull off that look. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Take the bait. Okay, so let me just get back to my main screen here. Okay, good. Back to the main screen. Alright, guys. I hope you like what you saw. If you like what you saw, consider hitting a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest videos. And if you want to follow me on social media, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, as well as the new, didn't mean to do that to you guys, as well as the new Rich Discord server. So if you guys ever want to join me in like maybe a video or two, talk about life in general, you know, you can find me on the new Rich Discord server, and maybe we can play Mahjong in one video or two. So, remember guys, everyone is precious, you're as precious as everyone else, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.